You are working with two investors, Don and Matt. They have created a database of potential investment properties. Using the data from the homes for sale lists they acquired, you are able to help them target properties that meet their criteria. As you examine the data, you discover other ways to analyze the properties. You begin your analysis by creating a query using the Properties and Agents tables. The Agents table contains a list of real estate agents who represent the property's sellers. The Properties table contains all the properties the investors will evaluate. You add the fields you need to the design grid. Notice 303 properties appear in the query. You will modify the query criteria to only show properties that have not been sold. You sort the list price field in ascending order so that the least expensive houses appear first. There are 215 unsold properties. You will create a calculated field that divides the list price field by the square foot field. Using this dialog box makes it easier to type in an entire equation. This equation will calculate the price per square foot for each property. The price per square foot of each house is now displayed. Don and Matt would like the price per square foot field formatted differently. You change the format to currency and add a caption to the calculated field. The caption changes the column heading. Notice price per square foot now appears with spaces as you typed it. The results are displayed as currency with 2 decimal places. You create a new calculated field using field names that are intentionally misspelled to see how Access will respond. The dialog box that displays when you run the query indicates that Access does not recognize X list price in the tables defined for this query. When Access does not recognize a field name, it displays a parameter dialog box that asks you to supply a value. The same issue arises with the X square feet field. All of the records show 100 because you entered the values 100,000 when you entered for the list price and 1,000 which you entered for square feet, respectively, into the parameter boxes. The two values are treated as constants and give the same results in the wrong price per square foot field for all the records. Once the field names are corrected, the calculated values in the last two columns are the same. You decide to verify your data prior to showing it to Matt and Don. You use two methods to check your calculations: estimation and Excel. To check the results by estimation, you look at the data in a particular record. The second record lists a calculated value of $100. The price is $168,000 and the square footage is 1,680. You can verify the calculated field easily by dividing. You could always check with a calculator or with Excel or another program to be sure. To check by using Excel, you copy the first 10 records to a new workbook in Excel, and then create a formula to check the data. The formula divides the list price by the square feet. Compare the results in columns F, what was calculated by Access, and G, what Excel calculated. The numbers should be the same, except for a slight difference due to rounding. Using calculated fields, you were able to provide additional information to a query. It is important to use the correct field names to get accurate results and to check the results of the calculations either through estimation or using some other tool such as Excel or a calculator.